Now on Sunrise, talking about rising healthcare costs. Congresswoman Janelle Bynum addresses the government shutdown, delay in SNAP benefits, and impact for Oregonians. Plus, some bus service cuts loom at TriMet as the agency deals with budget issues. Your news starts now. Good morning and thanks for getting up with us as you kick off your Sunday. I'm Libby Dowsett alongside Corey Johnson.
Yes.
And we are talking about the hour. It is 6 o'clock straight up if you haven't turned your clocks back.
Exactly. I feel very rested from that from last night's extra hour of sleep. But we're much more calm in the way of rain compared to what we saw yesterday, Libby. Today is actually going to be a much drier day comparatively. Your temperatures right now sitting cooler this morning, a nice cool fall morning. Mid 40s across much of our area, as you can see along the coast. So Willamette Valley, 45 in the Dalles, 42 in Pendleton currently, and 38 in Baker City. This is a live look at active radar right now. You can see what I was talking about, much calmer than what we saw this time yesterday. Only a few pop showers currently near the coast, near Seaside, Cannon Beach, that area. And again, we'll stay drier throughout much of the day. This is our Rose City camera. Cloudy start, 46 degrees and pretty calm for us. Out in Vancouver, the Springs at the waterfront, some low-hanging fog this morning in Southwest Washington, 41 degrees. And then our Chehalem tasting room camera in Sherwood, that sun getting ready to come up a little bit early for us today out in Sherwood, 42 degrees there. A look at your planner throughout the rest of the day, what you can expect to see. Chillier this morning, 46 in a few spot showers. We do have sun breaks by noon. 54 degrees is what we'll reach around that time. And then topping out at around 57 as a high today. And we will get cloudier as we get into the evening hours, Libby. That's because we do have another system making its way into our area for Monday. We'll break that down coming up shortly.
Just for Monday morning. Thank you, Corey. Congresswoman Janelle Bynum hosted an event Saturday to address rising healthcare costs and the delay for federal food assistance. Jake Holter was there and brings us the details.
Congresswoman Janelle Bynum and the AFSCME members say that rising healthcare costs and the uncertainty surrounding premium increases are the concerns they hear the most from Oregonians.
Health insurance and health care are expensive enough as it is. Oregonians don't need D.C. politicians raising their costs even more.
Congresswoman Bynum speaking at Clackamas Community College Saturday to address what she says people in her district face with rising healthcare costs.
People have told me over and over and over again that healthcare was their number one issue. They wanted to make sure that we had a strong healthcare system, that kids had medicine when they needed it, and they could go to the doctor when they needed it, and they weren't going to suffer a medical bankruptcy.
As open enrollment begins today for ACA renewal, some are seeing steep increases in their health insurance costs.
There was a initial quote that we got that our premiums were going to go up 19%. We got that down to 8 or 9.
Stephen Kong works for Oregon City and is the local resource contact for AFSCME members. What he's hearing from folks troubles him.
People are terrified. There are working families that have children or spouses, or they themselves are fighting a very important medical battle, and they don't know what they would do if they can't afford the premiums, if they can't afford the treatments. And they want to make sure that they can protect their family.
Congresswoman Bynum says what is also troubling are the cuts to SNAP benefits, which are in jeopardy starting today due to the government shutdown.
This is not something that's just like play money or play food. This is real nutrition.
Friday, a federal judge ordered the USDA to distribute SNAP benefits as soon as possible. President Trump appears to support the order, posting on Truth Social, quote, "I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible," and continued, "It will be my honor to provide the funding." Bynum says she'll believe it when she sees it.
Talk is cheap. The federal government should move the money immediately and make states whole.
In the meantime, multiple local businesses are offering free meals to those who have lost their SNAP benefits. You can find a list of those businesses on our website, kgw.com. Back to you.
A Portland coffee shop is turning community donations into free meals, no questions asked. Heretic Coffee is offering a SNAP breakfast. It's a free meal for anyone whose SNAP benefits are currently impacted by the government shutdown. People can stop by to pick up the breakfast between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. daily. Over the past 5 days, the shop's owner tells KGW they've raised more than $300,000 to buy food, with people donating from as far away as Norway to ensure Portlanders don't miss meals.
Food has been in some ways weaponized, and we want to give food to people because that is just a simple, basic human right. You have a bunch of Portlanders that are just coming together saying, what do you need? We have people that show up at 2 o'clock just to help clean after all of this is said and done. That is the beauty of Portland and the gift of what it means to be part of a community.
The owner says the SNAP breakfast will continue until donations run out. Heretic is also partnering with a nonprofit to provide toiletry items. There's a growing list of businesses volunteering to donate, fundraise, and even hand out free meals. We've made it easy to find that information. Just text the word SNAP to 503-226-5088, and we will text you back with the list. This morning, we are awaiting a federal judge's ruling at any time now on whether President Donald Trump can deploy National Guard troops to Portland. Friday, both the state of Oregon and the Trump administration made their closing arguments after a 3-day trial. The state is seeking an injunction permanently barring troop deployment. The judge says she plans to rule by the end of today, as her temporary order blocking troops is set to expire. In Clackamas County, search and rescue teams are scrambling to find a hunter who went out missing in the Mount Hood National Forest. Friday, the sheriff's office got a tip that 51-year-old Devin Dobeck never returned from his hunting trip, despite telling a friend that he was returning early after getting a deer. Deputies found his truck near the Fish Creek trailhead, about 20 miles southeast of Estacada, but didn't see any sign of Dobeck or the deer. Weather conditions and poor cell signals have complicated that search. At this point, they are not asking for volunteer help. Service cuts are coming to TriMet, with some starting in the next few weeks. This week, TriMet leaders hosted a series of open houses. Riders learned about the changes and were able to share feedback. As Celine Stevens reports, this is all due to a serious budget shortfall.
We're projecting about a $300 million annual budget deficit.
And that's why TriMet is reducing spending now.
Between 2019 and 2024, we saw the operating costs per vehicle for providing transit service rise by more than 50%. We are spending more on personnel costs, we are spending more on fuel, we're spending more on parts.
That, paired with other problems.
We're actually seeing less revenue from riders now than we were several years ago, and state and federal funding haven't kept pace.
It's forced TriMet to make some cuts, impacting service frequency on lines like FX2 Division and several more, with some starting as soon as November 30th and others taking effect in March. But even that still won't be enough.
We're going to need to make some larger service cuts. Those are likely going to be coming in late 2026 and probably again in late 2027.
Riders can provide their input through a survey that some people were filling out Tuesday at one of TriMet's open houses.
So I take TriMet everywhere. It's really important to me, and I'm really interested in seeing what sort of service changes are going to happen because the funding is being cut.
Fran Gardner says she enjoys the lines with frequent service, but she's willing to sacrifice that for other riders in need.
If it comes down to making that service less frequent so they can save lines that serve only a few people, well, those lines need to stay because those people don't have any other way to get around.
And she's not the only one.
There's also services where there's just a few buses each day, and if they cut those few buses, then there's nothing there. There's no choice. And so then those people on that line are basically stranded if they're transit dependent, which many are.
TriMet leaders admit layoffs are likely in the future. They are also considering increasing rider fares in the coming years.